See you Sunday then.
See ya.
Bye. Good morning world. Because it's 2 hill climbs, I'm gonna treat them as 2 separate videos. Let's keep it simple. So today is Friday, so I will start the video today, even though today's video is about the Maciek hill climb, which is tomorrow morning. I'm dressed, ready to go for a ride early, because I've got a 4-hour drive to get to the hotel later today. And I want to get there early enough so I have time to chill out and not have that travel in my system. Like these last couple of weeks, I've been doing around about 8 hours a week, and if you've been following me, long enough, you'll know that I generally do between 15 and 20 hours a week. Not only do I feel like really motivated to do the sessions, but I also feel like I'm getting a lot out of them, and I also feel like I'm doing nothing, and I'm getting fitter as a result, as you've seen from my recent 5-minute power. So if only it could always be like this. When I'm filming these videos, like especially the day before a race or the day of a race, I always think to myself, like, what would you like to see? But then I just take you along for it anyway, so. Don't you love that mission where you got to try and get your bike into the hotel room and they decide to put you in the room the furthest away from reception? And you'd be proud of me because I bought some healthy food. I mean, what else really? Some reduced wonky raspberries. They're leaking. Big old large salad box. I did get a couple of eggs though. But yeah, apart from that, it is just like rice, some jackfruit, some beetroot. So I'm staying in Northwich. I'm planning on leaving fairly early in the morning just so I can get there and maybe even ride the course. So this is what's going down. I've got a cup of tea. I have polished off my massive container full of salad goodness, and I'm just about to eat my raspberries, but they're in a pretty sad state. They've not travelled very well. Bit of bike racing. Right, I don't know if I'm going to use this clip or not, but I thought I'd talk about it anyway because I know a lot of you watch these videos not just for the footage of me going uphill fast, but maybe for the insight as well. Let me know if you find this next segment of the video valuable. It's actually quite important because anything can happen tomorrow, and this bit kind of will set a stall out for what happens. So I'm about to tell you what's going on inside my head. So be prepared. Tomorrow's hill climb on Maciek is going to be the toughest test yet. The competition that has signed up is fierce. There's countless riders who can actually win, and they're in very, very good form. I can't even name them because there's too many of them. But Tom Bell, who's off last man, particularly stands out because, if you don't know, he came second at the National Hill Climb Championships last year by 1 second. The last time I actually raced against Tom was when I won on Hayto in 2019, so that's a long time ago. And this brings pre-race nerves and anxiety, as you can imagine. Now, I want to talk about it because it's important to share what I do to kind of overcome this, because the number one thing you should never do, and it's easier said than done, is to focus on what other people are doing or worry about the competition. Oh no, so-and-so is here, he's on form, how am I going to live with him or her? I always try 2 things. I always try and focus on my own race, and 2, I always try and visualize. Visualizing tactic is massive for me because I always try and put myself in the race before it starts. I'm going to be thinking about me rolling up to that start line tomorrow. I'm going to be fifth from last off, so I'm not even near last off. And I know that there's going to be 5 riders chasing me, 1-minute intervals, but still, I've got to get over that. There's also the fact that I ride my own race, and visualizing, the only thing I can control is my power. I know what I did on Tuesday, my best 5-minute power to date. Let's try and recreate that and stretch it to 6 minutes. So it's small things like this that I have to focus on and not the big picture, because you can lose a bike race in many ways. You don't have to lose it against the strongest person. You can actually lose it through a puncture or through a chain slip or anything like that. So, and I thought I would mention it because I know a couple of you struggle with performance anxiety and how you cope with it. I've raced countless races over the last decade. The tactics I've implemented to help me stay on the straight and narrow have been invaluable. Not least the visualization, but certainly like the fact that I'm going to go there tomorrow, I'm going to execute on my plan, which is to do X amount of watts for X minutes. I'm going to focus on putting myself through that effort. Whatever time it brings, I can't control anything else. That's all I can control. So it's all about executing, and in line with that, it's all about executing all the way up to the goal. For me to not win tomorrow, and I know I'm saying it now in advance, if I don't win tomorrow, it's not a problem. I've still executed, hopefully, on my goal. And the long distance goal, which is the nationals, it's still far enough away for me to keep ticking those boxes. You know, every training session, I'm going through and ticking that box, that goal. Every meal I eat, you know, every good night's sleep I have, you know, it's all part of that, going through that process and ticking and being efficient at getting towards that end goal. So that's me sharing this bit. Hopefully you've got through it, because now it's time for the race. See you in the morning. Here's the climb. This is the steepest part. 400 meters to go, 500 meters to go. Difficult to say yet because I haven't done the whole climb, but this is a heck of a view, isn't it? Look at it. It's like we're about to go off a cliff down there. Right, I'm actually well early. There's nobody here yet, but it is only 8 o'clock. I'm not off until 11:19. I wanted to get here though so that I can get ready and possibly go for a ride up the climb. A couple of things to talk about now that I've seen the climb in person, because I was watching a couple of videos last night. It is definitely steeper in the last section than the first section, like very noticeably steeper. The climb is 2 kilometers at 10%. Given that the climb is so short, like it's going to take us about 6 minutes, and given the fact that there's a stacked field here as well, I can't really afford to ride like easier on the first section and lose a bit of time virtually to other people, because it'll then be harder to make it up and then put time into them at the end. So I don't want to give myself like that handicap straight off the line. What I'm going to do is I've taken my 5-minute best power that I did on Tuesday, which was 455 for 5 minutes. And I looked at that and I was losing about 5 to 7 watts per minute as the effort went on, from the 2-minute mark onwards. The 450 is achievable for 6. Who knows, maybe 455, 460 is achievable for 6, you know, because we're in a race. 3 very important things I've got to execute on. Break the climb down into 2 chunks. 2 is going to be to ride it at 450 and then surge when I get to the steeper sections, because they're quite short, but you know, well, the whole climb is short, 6 minutes really, but I'm going to go all in from about 300 meters to go, which will be the last minute roughly. I'm not going to do too much talking because I need to get my head down and get ready for this one, but I appreciate you watching so far. Please give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content. I'll see you in a bit. Well, hill climb done. We've even been for a little spin afterwards. I am over the moon with that ride. I know it sounds strange to like come second, but to Tom Bell, who is absolutely flying, I am chuffed with that. The climb took me 6 minutes flat. I think my official time was like 6 minutes 2 seconds, which equals Andrew Feather's previous course record. Tom, I spoke to him afterwards. Tom's such a great guy, by the way. Spoke to him afterwards and he was thrilled with his time. And it was so quick. He was 25 seconds faster than me by the official stopwatch. And we actually queried, Tom actually queried his time because he couldn't believe it himself. And I said to him, look Tom, stopwatch is always right. Don't argue with the stopwatch. And so, like, I've been in a situation before where, like, my time on my bike computer never matches the time of the stopwatch. I'm sure we've all been in that situation. But Tom seems to think that he didn't go that fast. But, you know, I don't blame him for going that fast. Like, he certainly did go fast. But regardless if the time was right or wrong, Tom takes the win. Chapeau, sir. I'm just so ecstatic to come second when there were so many great riders here, and I did exactly what I set out to do. I know I said yesterday about like just sticking to the plan, and when you focus on sticking to the plan, you cannot fail to have, you know, a very good ride or a very good performance. My plan to do 450, I averaged 449, so I was pretty much bang on, and I did it in 6 minutes, which is an all-time personal best for me. And I'm just taking steps and steps and steps in the right direction, and this is so good because I know that the Nationals are in 3 weeks, going up against Tom again next weekend at the Rake Hill climb. But I'm making, like, I feel like I'm making so many strides in this department. Like, this is like a 5-6 minute climb. Like, if you'd have said I'd taken second today, I would have taken that. Yeah. Anyway, I need to get recovering because we've got Snake Pass Hill climb tomorrow. Can't wait to see, like, I said a while ago that, like, any time during this month I could be making breakthroughs, and I feel like at this point, like, every time I ride the bike, I'm making a breakthrough. And I couldn't be more happy with the way my progression is going and the way my form is going ahead of the national champs. So thank you so much to Rutland CC for putting the event on. I'm sure I speak for all the riders when I say that it was very well organised, great climb, great support, and a lovely, lovely climb. I love Maciek. I even rode Winnet straight after it as well, for those asking. And I like the climb. All right, I know you're gonna laugh when I say that. I like the climb, and I think I could do a good ride on Winnet. I'm being positive energy, positive vibes. I'm sure it's coming through like a beam of light here. So thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Thanks Dan for the drone footage. You saved the video. But I'll catch up with you in the Snake Pass video, which is coming very, very soon.